Hey guys, Luke here with another build guide. This time I'm going to be doing a build guide for the Madness build that I showed a PvP video of a little bit ago. Um, with this build, you're going to be looking to proc the passive effect Madness, which you can see on under this weapon's passive effects. It does cause build up on hit, and it builds up super fast, and the Madness proc actually stuns the opponent for 3 seconds, as well as like a big burst of damage. And then during that stun, they're able to be hit, so you can keep hitting them. There is a Madness seal that scales your Madness Incantation damage higher, but that is a secret seal from the secret ending of the game, and I haven't done that ending yet. I only did the Moon and Stars ending, so I'll be getting that later on, but right now I don't have that, so I'm just using a regular finger seal. For my armor, I just use whatever good defense armor I can equip and not fat roll, so that's all you'll have to do there. For my seals I'm using, or my talismans, I'm using Radagon Soreseal, which I'll show you where you can get that. I'm using Faithful's Canvas Talisman, easy to get, and also the Fire Scorpion Charm, which also isn't too hard to get, and I'll show you guys where you get all of these, as well as your Vyke War Spear and incantations later on in the video. My stats are this, and I'm level 58, so you can do this PvP build on many different brackets, like level 30 if you want to be a twink character, or say level 80 if you want to play like mid-level PvP. There isn't a super decided meta, but people are thinking 150 is good because of how high some of the requirements are on gear, but I personally prefer lower PvP than 150, so I would stick around 80 to 100 personally. And if I were to go higher to 80, which is about 22 more points, I would grab maybe 35 in Dex, 40 Faith, and then some more Endurance. And just the higher you go above level 80, just Faith 40, Dex 40, because your weapon scales off Dexterity and Faith, and then Vigor at 40, and Endurance start to pump up your Endurance to where you can sort of wear real heavy gear and have a lot more stamina. Or you could also get some points in mind if you would like to have a little bit more FP to play with your incantations. And then strength, just put to 18 because that is the minimum strength requirement for your weapon. And next I will show you where you can find some of your gear and how to get it. And to get your first Madness spell, the one that does like an area of effect blast, you'll head down to the Weeping Peninsula on the bottom of Limgrave here. Cross the bridge, head up this way to here at the south of Lookout Tower Grace. Then you'll just cross this bridge, head over this way, drop down here, then you'll hit this wind thing here. Pop up to here, scale the cliffside, and then up this direction, I believe. You'll just keep heading through, run past all the enemies. Inside this church here, it should be sitting right either here or over there. Yep, right there, the Flame of Frenzy. That's going to be your first incantation. And next up, I will show you where you can get, since I'm nearby, your flask tiers that you're going to want to use. There's one that boosts fire damage and one that gives you, it like negates damage taken or gives you a shield that reduces damage heavily. And I'll show you where to get those two that I think I would recommend you use on the Madness build. Alright, and the two tiers you're going to want to use in your Physic or Phygic or Psigic or whatever it's called, you'll want to spawn at that same grace south of the Lookout Tower in the Weeping Peninsula. I'll go ahead and show the overall map. and then you'll head across the bridge. Head down this way. Then you'll jump this way. Head up towards the massive yellow tree. Which is not as massive. Oh, that's spoilers, sorry. And then once you reach here, you'll see a Erd Tree Guardian guy. You'll kill him and he will drop the Opaline Bubbletear. Let me find it. Which is one of these. Where is it? No, it's not Opaline. It's oh, it is Opaline. This one significantly negates damage. And it does this, it puts the bubble around you, and that first hit you take is barely going to do anything, no matter what it is. And that's a really nice one to have for PvP, especially like for your opener. And next up, I'll show you where you can get your fire one. And to get your fire damage boosting crystal tier, you'll head up to Northern Caelid, to the Smoldering Church, and you'll head east towards the tree. Now this is an end-game area, I believe. So if you're low level, you probably won't be able to do this. Some alternatives would be the one that steadily restores your HP over time, or maybe the one that gives you more faith or more strength. There's several really good crystal tiers for this build. I might not even be able to do this myself right now. So if I die, you can laugh at me. Ow. He doesn't seem to have too much health, so you actually might be able to do this at like a relatively decent level. Let's get a heal off. I'm rotted. No. Alright. Oof. Oof. Alright, well, looks like we traded, but I still got it. Should pop up. There it is. We'll respawn here and take a look at which ones it gave me. Hey, I'll take a trade. Alright, let's see. Looks like it gave us this one that boosts stamina recovery speed, which would also be nice, to be honest, in PvP. And then this Flame-Shrouded cracked tier, which boosts your fire attack. And that's going to be really nice. I believe that lasts 3 minutes. Most of these do last 3 minutes, just for your information there. Alright, and next I'll move on to where you can get your spear and where you can get your other incantations. Alright, and now I'll show you where you can get your Vyke War Spear and your Madness incantations. You're going to want to head up to Northern Learning of the Lakes, up here to the lift, and then you'll head up this path here, and there is a tower that's sort of like an Eye of Sauron or something, and it'll inflict you with madness whenever it's going off. So you're going to want to, instead of running straight up the path, head over this way to the right. And then once the flame stops the second time, you can just start sprinting around the corner and then to the left side. Right here. And then head up the rock here. Jump on this. Jump over here. Head up here and then do a little jump here. Hop off. Head up the ladder, and then your first incantation is going to be in the chest right here. It's Howl of Shabriri. These guys are annoying to kill because they inflict you with madness and cast spells. So let's wait for them to finish their cast. If you have an AoE spell, it's really good here. I might die, but that's okay if I do. Oh, didn't die. Good. Survived with 1 HP. And then the eye should go away, so you can freely walk around this place. And then I will head out. Over this way. Towards this village over here. And you'll just sprint through the village. There also is a grace near that tower if you need it, and there's a talisman right there. I hope I don't die because I didn't grab the grace, and it'll be a pretty far walk back, but we could always cheese. So once you get here, it's going to be a scarab right there that drops your Frenzied Burst incantation, and there are rats in the bushes to the left and right, so be careful there. I want to just spam arrows at it and hopefully kill it. Of course the last one misses. We're going to run up. Boom, got it. And then run away from these rats because we don't feel like dealing with them. Hopefully they'll reset if I jump over the ledge here. Yep, they reset. Alright, and now that we are back up here, head up towards this abandoned church building, and then you should be invaded by an NPC. Alright, I died, so I went ahead and just logged onto my main character to show you guys the fight. I don't think I killed him on this guy yet, so he should show up. Unfortunately, he is immune to both raw and poison, which the last character I was on used pretty much exclusively rotten poison as damage, so did not work out on him. We'll go ahead and just do this. And that's how you get Vyke's War Spear. And next up, I will show you where you can get your talismans. Alright, for the first talisman is the Faithful's Canvas Talisman, which I don't think I have on this character. Yeah, it's not on this one. Wait, I saw it. This one, right? Oh, that's Phlox. It's like this one. This is an end game version of that. It's a little bit stronger. But if you're an early gamer and you want the Faith boost damage, you'll head to Celia Crystal Cave, my favorite PvP spot. And that's in Caelid, right here. Right at the top of the swamp. There's also a chest that'll teleport you here if you spawn right here and you're exploring the first step. At these dragon burnt ruins, there's a little chest that you'll open and it'll trap you and it'll bring you into here. But be careful if you're low level because it is a pretty awful place to be at low level. And that's why I like PvPing here, because it's easier to 1v3 when the enemies actually have enemies to worry about. These squid you'll see, if they start attacking me, are pretty bad. They have this area of effect, that attack right there. And since I'm high level with like 2,000 health, it doesn't do anything to me. But if you're a low level, that'll one-shot you, so be careful. You'll head up here. Well, first of all, you'll jump, if you don't have the shortcut unlocked, you'll jump over to where that squid is. And then, here, let me kill this guy. Alright, you'll jump over to where that squid is, over to that platform, and then down into there. and then you'll head up. There'll be a ladder over there. It'll bring you up here, and then there's a ladder over here you can take, and then you can kick that ladder down to unlock the shortcut. Head over through here. Be mindful that there is a squid to your left. And these things are obnoxious. And then there's 2 squids here. And then the talisman will be sitting on that corpse right there, next to the squids. Alright, next talisman up is the Fire Scorpion's Charm, and I'll show you where to get that. And your Fire Scorpion Charm is going to raise your fire damage, which Madness does, by the way. And to get that, it's a kind of late game talisman. Not super late, but pretty late. But once you get to the Abandoned Coffin, you'll run up past the dragon, you'll hit the Erd Tree Grazing Hill Grace, and then you'll head left up this way towards the Seawater River, and you'll head through the river, and then you'll end up here if you head through that river. And this is the grace for this fort here, and then we'll go ahead and run through the fort, and I'll show you where you can get that. I believe it's the right side where the door is. Yep, just head up here through the stairs. Run past Hammer Guy, who looks pretty cool. Oh man, watch out for that. I think he drops that hammer because I've seen people have it. It looks sick. There's a cookbook here, I think. Yep. And then head up the stairs. And there's some items around here, and then your charm would be in the chest here, which obviously I already got. So yeah, that's where you'll find your Fire Scorpion Charm. Sorry I can't show you more detailed how to get here on the map because I don't have this yet, unfortunately. But yeah, you'll head up through here, and then this way towards Fort Lead. Alright, so your third talisman would be Radagon's Soreseal, and this raises your strength by 5, vigor by 5, endurance by 5, and dex by 5. So huge stat bonus, that's like 20 levels. And you'll find that right here in this fort. So to get there, it is on Eastern Caelid. And you can get there by going to the Dragonbarrow West Grace, which is easy to get to. You just hug the left side of the wall near that part of Caelid. So you just go right through here, jump over, and that'll take you to this grace. I've showed this jump many times in my other videos. You might have seen it already. And then to get to the fort, it's right over there where you can see my blue light. So we'll just head straight through. Now this fort is a very end to end game area. So everything is tanky and will hit very hard. So if you're a lower level, it's just going to be a death run. You can do it. Just make sure you don't have any souls on you that you want to not lose. And if you need souls, or you lose your souls, I have just put up a soul video where it's pretty easy to get a decent amount of souls per hour and you don't have to kill anything. And it's very fast, so that's up on my channel as well. Head past Grail here. He's not spawned for me because I killed him already. But if he spawned for you, you can just run past him. He's no threat. Head up here, grab the Grace. And I'll go ahead and touch it now, so if I die, I'll spawn here. And then you'll head up through here. Make sure you're sprinting all the way through here because there are a ton of bats and poison enemies. You don't want to get poisoned. And then you run to the ladder, go up the ladder. Thankfully I didn't get poisoned there. And then there's a chest here which actually has the lift right side. Then you'll head over here. Don't jump down this one, but jump down the next one. And then to the right, be careful, there's a rat hiding behind that box, and you're just gonna jump to the right, like that. You'll land over here. And there's, around the corner, there's some big rats and another rat, so you'll want to run around them. Drop down, and the Soreseal is sitting right here. And then you'll just die because these enemies are strong, and you're probably not strong enough to kill them. And you'll respawn back out of the fort. And then I'll go over, once I respawn, some of the other talismans that you can use. Alright, so the other talismans I have on this character are Great Jar's Arsenal, which will allow you to equip more gear. If you want to be tanky, this is a great way to go, so you can put on that heavier gear. Then there's Erdtree's Favor, which you can get a +1 and a +2 version of them. And this gives you HP, stamina, and equip load. It's not a ton, it's like, for the +2, it's 4% health, 9% stamina, and maybe like 5% equip load or something. It's not huge. And then there's the Two Fingers Heirloom, which raises faith. I believe there's a version that is 5 faith that you can get in the end game as well. And then there's the Dragon Crest Talisman. That's another alternative talisman that helps lower damage taken. If you need memory slots, which you can just get, there's only like 4 incantations for this build, and 2 of them are hyper end game, so you don't really need a ton of memory slots, so I wouldn't recommend that. You can do this one if you want some just run in and attack power. More defense here. And that's all I have on this character, but that's really all you need, is just the 3 that I showed you mainly. This will raise your damage, this will raise your damage, and this will also raise your damage and give you a ton of stats. So I think that's pretty much the way to go. If you have a 4th slot, I would recommend Erdtree's +2 or Great Jar for more heavier gear so you can run through people. And yeah, that is the guide. I don't think I missed anything. If I did, leave a comment and I will update that if I can. And thank you for watching.